Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Leap Taken. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And this is my witchy review. So I know it just says Barnes and Noble, which he finds plus an Etsy, which I'm really excited about the Etsy thing. Um, I kind of went a little overboard. So before we even get into what I got from Barnes and Noble, which is kind of over here, I want to introduce you to my babies, my new babies. So I just got some new babies today. So let's get into it, okay? So I stopped off at Lowe's. It is that time of year. It's spring, so there's so many things out there, and I'm very excited. Oh, did I do my whole spiel? I'm Mika. This is Leap Taken. I talk about witchy things. Oh gosh, let me get into. I'm gonna get to the back stuff first. Look at my plant babies. You can tell my mind is on one thing. Look at them. Look at them. So this is neon. I don't know how to say this. Wait a minute. Nephthetis. Anyway, but it has a little bit of pink in it, if you can tell. Anyway, this is pretty. This is plant baby one. And then we just picked this plant baby up. Isn't this pretty? I like texture and variety in my house plants. So I think this is a really pretty plant. I have to repot everything. I have to get some new pots. Okay. And then this is kind of giving ivy. I like ivy, and this is a small amount to work with. So that's what this one's very pretty, right? Hedera, 4-inch Hedera ivy. Varwick. I don't know what that, oh, the wick is on the bottom. You know, these make it very easy to really water. So that's like a really good thing, that wick. Okay. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at this one. Isn't it gorgeous? This is such a mature lady's plant. Like a grown person, a grown man or a grown lady. Right? Look at this. Look at this. I love this plant. Anyway, this is a what is it? Calethea. I don't know how to say this. Look, I'll look it up and know how to take care of it. But the other plants I have are thriving. But this is just so gorgeous. It looks almost fake. It's so pretty. Ooh, and I was about to go, and I saw this plant, and I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave. This is too cute. I don't know how to say this either. Nean, the Bella. Look, I don't have to know how to say it. I just know how to keep them alive now. So this is like giving life. I love this plant. It's giving, I don't know, that plant, it fits in a vibe. Like I wanted some new life, new plants. I have plants off to the side that I already have been growing. This one has gotten larger. I may have to replant this at some point. I like these. I keep these in my office, in this room that I'm in now. And then, of course, my aloe plant. I'm gonna have to repot this. This thing started off, I was crying about almost killing this on Instagram a year ago. It did not have this much going on before, and look at it now. I love this plant, by the way. We got a thing going on me in this one. But anyway, yeah, I like to have plants and things like that around me. These are all going into like the front of the house. I have a whole other plant stand ready to go to make these, happy and thrive. So those are the new members of my household, my plant babies. So yeah, five plants. That I'm lying. No. So outside, I went and I got a for real cactus. It's about this tall, and it was only $10.98. They're expensive. You would think, right? But for this size, it was $10.96, and it's pretty thick. So I have a cactus plant, and plants like that have to be put out of reach of two of my six older cats in Frisco. Yeah, I don't have that. And no cats, no dogs. I have this, and they're growing. I'm creating a family. But I have a cactus, and I got a succulent garden. I'm gonna show that soon. I'll be doing a video sharing a little bit of kind of like my outback, a little bit how I'm continuing to make that my own and make it more a witch's garden. But I'm more familiar with where I live. I mean, I live in Arizona. It's a desert. Although there's more green here than I remember ever being before. So I don't know about that, but currently it's still a desert here. And yeah, I said, well, why am I fighting? I still want to do like the vegetables and the flowers and all that, and I can do that in my container garden. However, I was thinking, why not? And also, like, use what's here, and put that out there. So I have these wire little plant stand shelves. Like it's anyway, so I have those up against the wall. So I want to kind of create like a succulent cactus garden right there. So right now they're just on my patio table because I just brought them in and had to take them out back. But I'm really proud of this. That succulent garden looks really cool. I'm really happy. And they can take full sun. And in the first part of the day, the back of my house gets a lot of sun. Honestly, it feels like the whole house gets a lot of sun. I don't even know how that's possible, but Arizona sun is no joke. But I want to get to Barnes and Noble before I get to the Etsy thing. So I picked up a book. I'm looking, oh my gosh, I left the other book in the room. Oh well, you know what? I'm going to do a whole book review on that, so that's okay. But this book I haven't read it yet, so it's called Witchful Thinking. Here's the author. Okay, Celestine Martin. So, and she's from Jersey, the author. So I was like, come on, I gotta read this. So I love the premise of this book. One, I promise I'm a girl who loves love, and I'm reconnecting with that energy for myself because I think I've allowed myself to get a little too jaded. And I'm intentionally making myself a little bit more me. And me, she likes this. I like books like this. I like witchy and romance and all that sort of stuff. But listen to the story. Love is the trickiest spell of all. Lucinda Carraway loves living in Freya Grove, the mystic seaside town where charms, hexes, and magical beings of all kinds are the norm. She spends her days teaching high school history and her nights reading tea leaves and tending to her conjure garden. It's a good life, but she can't stop wishing for more. Until one night, that wish turns into a spell, and suddenly, Lucy can't say no, not to a public karaoke performance, not to running a 10K, and most alarmingly, not to her high school crush, Alexander Dwyer, who needs to help her unjinxing his new house, which just happens to be right across the street from hers. Alex has spent the last 10 years traveling the world on adventures Lucy has only ever dreamed of, and he's planning to leave again as soon as his house is safe to sell. But until Lucy can unhex herself, she and Alex are stuck together. And with so much magic in the air, maybe the next spell Lucy casts will be the one that convinces him to stay. This is so cute. I am waiting to read this. It's it's about 300 pages. But I'm looking forward to reading this book. I am currently reading a book, not quite in this vein, but it is the Black author. And it's delightful. And I'm going to do a book, and it's magical, by the way. The book I'm currently reading, and I'll finish it up, and I might do just a video instead of a live. I'm not sure yet, because I really kind of want to break down this book really bad. I'm in a book club with my family, right? Y'all know I review books, so I'm reading like 3 to 4 books at a time. I am reading with normal people readers, and normal readers apparently don't read like that. So it's been frustrating for me because I have stopped reading the book for days at a time in my book club so that I don't go over, the group, but they're taking so long. And I got so frustrated, and I just started. And if I pick up that my daughter's even worse, I said, "Hey, do you want to maybe join in and read this with us?" And she read the book jacket. Within a few minutes, she already read chapter one. She was like, "I was like, why are you reading?" She's like, "I don't know. You can't hand me a book and I not read it." Anyway, I'm the same way. She gets it from her mama, and I can't wait to finish that because I want to really get into this. Finish my other book. I'm slow pacing myself through yet another book with a book club. So, yeah, it's tough when you're reading with other people. Um, Here's another book, and I love the author. I've read her work before. Gabriella Hersteck. I've actually reviewed one of her books in the past, so this is her. And I have Bewitching the Elements, which I like that book. But this is the book that we're talking about. I got Barnes and Noble Hall. So, The Magic and Path of the Divine Erotic Sacred Sex. So let me tell you something about this book. It's interesting because, spoiler, I'm actually just got done editing a video for this week. We're going to be talking about sex magic, but the very specific part of sex magic, working with partners. Video's done. Actually is uploading it in the background now, so that'll be out in a couple days. But yeah, so I knew I was doing that, and I'm working on something separate. So when I saw this, I said, "Oh, this might be really helpful." I love I wanted to read more about this and see. I like this author, so I wanted to see what she had to say. So let me just give you a little bit. It says here, there has never been a more vital time to embrace the union of sex and spirit. With Gabrielle Herstick's expert and inclusive guidance, learn to shed societal ingrained shame and reclaim your sexuality as nothing short of divine. I said something similar in my video. Sacred Sex covers topics including how to work with divine erotic and sex magic, related mystical traditions from around the world, such as Tantra, Kundalini Yoga, Kabbalah, and Taoism, how to use the tarot as an archetypal framework to go deeper in your practice, how to weave intention and mindfulness throughout sex, ritual, and sex magic to activate self-love and self-lust. That's a thing. And to embody your higher sexual self, to heal, to manifest, and to release judgment and guilt. Guided journaling and affirmations, interviews with sex therapists, sex workers, artists, astrologers, and sexuality professionals, and much more. So I thought this sounded really interesting, so I haven't read it yet. I will do reviews. I want to add more fiction, witchy fiction, and interesting, and I want to, at least I hope, and I want to also I hope, keep going in with interesting books that maybe you wouldn't pick up or maybe you were interested in, but you don't want to buy until you knew for sure if it made sense, right? So I look forward to getting into these books more with you guys. But this is a bit of a haul right now, so over at the book annex, $15, I got this rune magic, a practical guide to rune magic. I've made my own divination dice, and I kept saying, I think I got some, I think I did, I don't know, but if I have them, I forgot where they were. Maybe they'll make an appearance in my life again. Anyway, if I can get this open, I have this now, and it's been on my mind, and now I have it. Let's open. Let's unbox, shall we? Okay, I'm trying to get to the runes. Oh, let's try not to make a mess, shall we, Mika? Let's see if we can do that. We did our best. Oh my God, everything is packaged and taped together so they don't fall apart. So here's one. I won't take them all out because I think it's just going to be I think I'm going to make them all fall. But it comes with a little baggie. The runes themselves. So this is good. Maybe I'll take off, but it comes with a book to help you understand. By the way, I'm someone who likes different things. I don't like the idea of saying, oh, well, you can only use this type of divination because, ethnically, culturally speaking, that's all that you're connected to. First of all, I'm a lot of things different. I'm a mix up of a lot of different things. Majority of African descent, if you can't tell. But there's some other stuff in my bloodline. And they come to me, and I don't think that's a negative. You know what I really think sometimes on this subject? I feel like those ancestors, those spirits that are not necessarily of African descent or, from those areas. Well, technically, we're all of African descent. We all come from Africa, but that's another conversation. But you know what I mean. The more European ones, I think that they want to atone for how their blood even got in my system. And I feel like they are part of a protective circle of ancestors that I have. I don't think it, I know it. They've come to me, they've shown me things. And I truly believe that. So the conversation around gatekeeping and things like that, I don't know. The conversation deserves a little bit more nuance, but I mean, if the practice is closed, like respect that. However, when it comes to, I know for some people they'll see me and see, oh, rune magic. Why would she be interested in this? You don't know me. You don't know what I'm made up of. That's my answer. So anyway, it's colorful. The guidebook. That's what I wanted to show you. It's colorful. So there's, Rune Rose reading. Okay, so they teach you what, like, the divinatory meaning. I was looking to see if they had, this is what I was looking for. Like, how you could, kind of lay them out. Thor's cross. Rune cast, that's the word I'm looking for. So they do give you some ideas, so that's pretty cool. Runic wishes. The Celtic cross with the runes. So I like this. Anyway, so this will be interesting for me to learn a little bit more about. I will be happy to share more as I learn. I gotta get this. All right, you go here and here, and then we'll put that here. Okay. The next thing from Barnes & Noble, also from the Annex. Only $15. The Wild Goddess Oracle, Divination and Ritual for Living an Empowered Life. It's a 52-card deck and guidebook. So, let's get into it. This particular person, Zerna Farber, they make a lot of, I've seen those names before. When it comes to Oracle and even some tarot cards, I do try to be mindful about who made those cards, especially when it comes to the meanings. I got burnt real bad years ago. I picked up a book based on the Orishas, and that whole book just seemed scary to me. Like, they wanted me to be scared. I don't like that. It was coming from a very scary, negative place, and then I stopped because I hadn't looked at who wrote the book. Who wrote the book that came with the cards. And when I did, and I saw who, I was like, see, people make it real hard for me not to think there's an overall agenda to spook us. They were not people of African descent by the slightest. And it had, I had to do some research. I basically went to go see reviews to see what other people were saying. Make sure I wasn't just being prickly or something. No, I found people who pretty much shared my same views on it. The connotations are so negative. Sorry about that noise. I have to get this open. There we go. So here are the cards. They're separated. Okay, so we have colorful cards here. And then we have messages on the back. Oh, that's cute. So let's look at some of these. So we have the Shaman. This is card 1. The Shaman. And then on the back, there's some words here. And it says, the Shaman. Work on healing and empowering yourself if you want to be useful to others. on their own journey from suffering to healing. I like that message. So I'll just show you some of the cards. I'm liking what I see so far. So cute. The Shadow. Colorful. The Mermaid. I've been told stupid stuff like that, but for a time I felt bad since certain groups were tainting in and others, well, didn't approve. I had a dream. Odin appeared. He said 3 times when I told him. I'm not sure. When I type fast, sometimes I didn't understand that message. Sorry, Empress Goth. I don't understand. Anyway, look at this. This is the Sybil. These are colorful. The Priestess. So far, I'm not seeing any brown folk, but maybe it's on the other deck. I don't know. Oh, it is. I was it's on the other one. Okay. He said it not theirs, so I still work with the runes. So say, oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Like, right? How's somebody gonna tell you what you can't work with? I mean, they can, but I think it's different if you are working with things and you were it's in your personal practice. I think is another thing when you take that show on the road, you want to charge people and have people, I don't know, I think that changes things. I don't know. And I don't know, I'm still even open to that. The Guardian. I don't know. I've evolved on a lot of this stuff, the Butterfly. Mostly because when you get deep into this spiritual journey, after a while, you just kind of, how do I say this? I feel like, it's about the spirit, like evolving past the outer shell and all that sort of stuff. Still being respectful to people. I don't know, but then again, I'm the same person. You know what? Take it out of spirituality. You know what I think is weird? And I grew up around this. I know I'm not a lot, but quite a few black aunties that were obsessed with Japanese decor, a specific type. They would just do their whole home in what they, their perception of Japanese decor. They didn't mean no harm, and I don't think anybody Japanese would even, I don't want to say it was tacky because, people think maybe, first of all, recently someone actually said something in my home was ugly, so, hey Dylan, so I don't know. I always had questions about that, I'll just say that. I always had questions. The Maya. Some of these ladies are beautiful. The Manifester. The Ruler. The Drama Queen. Alright, so I want to go look at the other deck. The other side. This starts the Poet. Oop. And then we have the Protector. This is actually a cool card. The Free Spirit. Get that light off. The Alchemist. Skipping through some. Oh, look, we have an older gal, the Humorist. You don't really see that. You know what I'm saying? You ever notice that? Yes, you evolve and grow, right? The Wounded. These are interesting looking cards. The Visionary. The Angel. Very interesting. Ooh, look at the Game Changer. She's gorgeous. I'm going to have to go. My DoorDash from KFC is coming down the road. Yes. You know what? A good KFC. I like their chicken sandwich. I don't really like KFC per se. I'm going to pick Popeyes every time. But that chicken sandwich is good. Somebody told me about that. I was like, ooh, that's tasty. What is this? The Traveler. All right, so I will end it with The Escapist. Look at that. So, again, this is the Wild Goddess Oracle. It comes with a book, and thank you for coming, Dylan, for the amount of time that you did. This is the book. It's colorful. Oh, I'm trying to, they give you like sample readings, 9-card spiritual spread. I might swipe that myself. Mindful mandala spread, 10 cards, and then the breakdown of each one of the cards. So this is what it looks like when they give the meanings. This spell would go well with Maya card. Spell? Wait, are there spells in here? I don't know. I'm going to look into this a little bit more. Dig into that. Hi, Olivia. Hello. I just went over the Wild Goddess Oracle. These are really cute cards. Not cute. I mean, I think they're really colorful and nice. And they have messages on the back, like the Escapist. On the back, it says, you or someone you care about may seek refuge in escapist behaviors when faced with limits, difficulties, or sorrow of some sort. 52 cards. This is the Barnes & Noble haul. I'm digging the cards, by the way. I like them a lot. I'm getting a little out of control with the stuff here. I like the cards. I got runes from Barnes & Noble. Come a little baggie and a book. We got the cards. I went over the books that I picked up from Barnes & Noble. This is going to be a fun read. I just happen to have a video coming out. This sex is on the mind. You know, it's hard not to think about it, right? With the rabbits, fertility. Oh, they call it Easter, Ostera, spring equinox. And then this is just I think is going to be a sweet, romantic, paranormal romance, witchful thinking. And once I saw that the author is a native New Jerseyan, like myself, I had to pick it up from my Barnes & Noble haul. I like things like this. I'm just going to reiterate. I love these types of books. And I feel like I have been reading those types of books, but I'd like to see sometimes a woman of color, like, and here's the thing, when you write, when there's a black author, black American author, there's a difference. I've found that out. A black American author, I can tell, I understand, I can relate. There's certain new little details and things like that. And it's good to see yourself and find familiarity. You can connect better to the characters. At least I can. So speaking of cards, so from Etsy, there are some nice cards and books and plants. Thanks for sharing. Oh, happy to share, Empress Golf. The plant babies are like, come on, look, first of all, can we just talk about just looking at this plant, like the backside, like this two-tone plant is everything. Look at this. Look at this. I'm kind of in love with this plant. I may go back. This was a pricey one. This was $16.98 because it also comes with the little plastic pot here. Lowe's. Plants used to be a couple dollars. And I know because I've mistakenly injured and killed them and had to replace them. So I know how much they cost. They have been increasingly, especially with like social media and people getting excited about plants and having them and talking about them, influencing about them. Y'all notice that they have upped the prices like a lot with plants. I don't like that. Like, stop trying to take advantage of us. Some of us just like, let us be. Why does everything have to be so expensive? This ivy, I know it doesn't look like much in here, but I can't wait to put love into this and grow it and all of my plants. I kind of get really into the plant thing. Well, I am mad they forgot my mom. No. Oh, that has happened to me. Well, it's DoorDash, so you can let them know. They usually refund you right away, give you that immediate credit. But it sucks because you were hungry. I hate when that happens. Oh my God, that has happened to me and pissed me off. I know. I'm sorry. Are those real plants? They are so beautiful. Yes, they are. Thank you for giving me a reason to go over the plants again. These are 100% real plants. I just picked these up. This was not part of anything I was talking about, but I struggle to like things and just like them and not get more. So let's talk about this one. This is a very real plant. I'm touching it like you touching it. Anyway, this is a very real plant. This is, like real dirt in there. And I think this is going to be so pretty. It's got little, just like this pale pink. You see that? This is going to be so pretty. You hate it too. I'm sorry. Beautiful. This one was a cheapie. This was $6.98. At some point, these plants are more like 4, 3, 4, and 5, and now it's like 6, 7. They trying to get over. And then I just want to show the ones from the back. This is a real plant. Look at this. Isn't this? I like texture and something that looks, I don't know, a little different. I like to give a little pizzazz in my house. I think this is such a pretty plant. It's green, but it's, I don't know, I like it. And I was gonna leave. This one was 14. I don't like, again, it's because of the pot, because there's another pot in there. It's because of the pot, but I like the way this looks. This is something you can get lost in. It's giving a little jungle vibes, but I kind of like it. I don't know. When I see, okay, so I get a certain energy from plants. When I see this, I just think thrive, abundance, like, I don't know, chaos, a little wildness. I like bringing that type of energy into the house through these plants. Like, to me, this feels like so mature and grown up. That's when I see these plants, I just think grown up, mature, a together person, somebody, I don't know, they kind of have it figured out. That's a lot with plants. I understand. If this doesn't make sense, I don't know what else to tell you. This is how my mind works. When I see this one, this makes me think soft, feminine, delicate. I need to love on her, take care of her, nurture her, because she looks like really sensitive. And I feel like this is a deceivingly small plant, but this can take over. It's an ivy plant, so I feel like this can turn into so much more. And this one just feels wild. I'm thinking of started gardening in my altar room, but I want to start them from seed. We'll see how it goes. Okay, there's a lot of things I want to start from seed. I'm not going to be deterred. I have a blue-green thumb, and I am still working to make sure it's a green thumb. I'm doing my best. I have kept these plants in this house alive. I thought I lost a plant that was more delicate in the front of my house, but it just started growing more. Like, I don't know enough about them. I'm learning, and I'm willing to learn, and I reach out for help. My sister and my mom are like really good gardeners, and my mom is like the queen of houseplants. Oh, speaking of queen, I picked this up today. I was at was this at Ross? Yeah, Ross. Isn't this cute? Queen of the kitchen. So let me get into the other stuff. I went to Ross. It was next to Lowe's. So I was actually there looking for a suitcase. You got a refund? Good. First of all, I'm going to be doing that video most likely, if not probably today or tomorrow. Depends on my energy levels at this point. But isn't this nice? It's little not a plant stand. It's like what are they calling a party stand, cake stand. Why am I struggling with this? This was, on this label said it was $22.99. I did not spend $22 on this. I spent $7.99 at Ross. Just so you know, I spent $7.99. But this is going to be great for my kitchen altar, which I cannot wait to do. So this is going to be perfect for that, because if I make a cake, I already have a cake stand. It's glass. It has a cute little cover on it and everything. My mom got it for me years ago. But this is going to be perfect for my kitchen altar, which is going to be seasonally decorated. And this is giving the spring vibes, right? Look at this. Let me show it around. Isn't that the flowers painted? I don't know. I'm really looking forward to using this. So kitchen altar is happening. On that same thing of kind of getting things set up, if you are in my Discord channel, um, oh, I'm running out of spaces to put stuff. A safe place for witches. Discord. If you're not, you should be. But yeah, over there on, is it the 18th? I don't know. Well, next week. I gotta figure it out. Next weekend. Go over there and you'll know. We're gonna be doing abundance baskets. So I'm actually gonna be doing different ones because I have different things of abundance I want to work on. But if you want to come into like a virtual, like a Zoom meeting type thing, and you want to assemble your abundance baskets and see what everybody else might be doing as well. By the way, I got this at Ross. This was $8.99, and I think it's a really nice basket, like the material. So yeah, $8.99 at Ross, and they have this little bunny thing. I want it pink. Yeah, the plate looks good. Thank you for exactly. I'm gonna do a kitchen altar with that in mind. But this is pink. I'm gonna get a different basket. I'm gonna have different baskets for different purposes because I'm doing this with different groups. But for the Discord, this one and pink, because this is gonna be like abundance and love. So that's why I wanted to get pink. And I love the little bunny. And I was thinking of maybe painting a sigil on the other end. But yeah, so what kind of stuff will you put in your abundance basket? So depending on what you're working on, this is a great time because no matter what you're doing, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find it at this time of year. First of all, you're going to find a basket. I love this basket. Look at the bottom. This is nice. This is really nice. But anyway, so I'm going to start with some crystals that I'm going to put in the basket as well. If I do like the little fake grass thing, I might. I don't know. I'm trying to see how I feel about that. I might just do like some material or something to give this a little bit more height. But like crystals that represent love. And remember, we're going like the abundance of love. The pink basket, right? Isn't it cute? Ross. And they have different ones out there. This is I like this one though. It doesn't, I didn't want something that looked like a little kid's thing, if that makes any sense. Like some of them look a little too childish. But for this, yeah, I'm going to do that. And like maybe, so it's like love, a little bit of lust. So maybe some oils and things like that. That I identify with love, lust, attraction. You know, see where I'm going with this? So some oils, maybe some salts and things like that that have been blessed, a potion or two. I'm thinking maybe some soaps and things like that, and chocolates, things that you consider like aphrodisiacs, things like that. I got their famous bowl with no calm and a spicy chicken sandwich. Corn. I said calm corn. Oh my God. Anyway, but yeah, so I'll put that in here, that sort of stuff. And it's something I'll build. I'm for the Discord channel when we have the little virtual party, I'd like to assemble it at that point and have everything all together. But you know, I could always add to it. So this will be my abundance and love basket. And then I'm going to do abundant prosperity baskets separately. So I want to do that. And this is all just leading up to Ostara and the spring equinox, doing this sort of stuff. And the whole purpose, by the way, is, you know, assemble your baskets, and then, you know, you can, or I will be, for the next new moon as well, I would basically just be blessing the baskets and, you know, doing some little intentional work so that it comes into fruition. And I will keep these baskets up probably until Beltane. I will keep them out on display, and at Beltane, I'll, you know, after Beltane, I would take the baskets and use everything at that point. So yeah, that's kind of where I was going with the abundance basket. It's a, you know, it's an opportunity for some of us who, you see all this cool stuff. You can get stuff at the Dollar Tree, which I will be doing. You can make some stuff and you can make it your own. So when I was a kid, I used to get an Easter basket. I used to be Christian. You like that idea? You love it? Thanks, Phil. I used to be Christian once when I was a kid. You know, they made me. But anyway, Yeah, so we would, my mom for a couple years, I remember getting an Easter basket. She would sometimes buy it, and I think sometimes she made it. And it was really exciting to get that growing up. I loved getting that. So now I'm going to make it. Now, I did not, maybe, I don't know if I got my kids a basket. I think my mom did. And it was like a collaboration at one point, maybe. But most of my kids' life, they were not grown up. They didn't grow up doing Christian things. Maybe my daughter was really little, I had my daughter at 22. So my mom kind of, I still, at 22, maybe not some me, I was still being pulled and being told that's the right thing to do. You have to get the Easter outfit for your daughter and you have to do the whole thing. And it only lasts for a couple of years. I couldn't keep that up. I was so anti. I didn't just, and it got worse. I'm a full-fledged witch. So that's the Ross haul. But this is the thing I got from Etsy. So this is the Hecate and Pharmaca Major Arcana Tarot. So I work with Hecate. And when I say I work with her, she comes to me when she wants. So these are the cards. I ordered these off of Etsy. Someone made these cards. So first of all, I like it. So to the size, this is how big they are. If this makes any sense, up to my hand. Ooh, I don't drop the cards first. So let's look at what we got here. So this is the Fool. So this makes sense because, and I'll grab it. I have what is this? Let me before I get to these cards, this is gonna drive me crazy. Yeah. Entering Hecate's Garden by Cindy Brennan. She's on YouTube. Very, very smart lady. She's very knowledgeable about this, but the magic, medicine, and mystery of plant, spirit, witchcraft. These cards make sense with this book. I'll just say that. No, they're not the same people. The person who sent me this, or I don't know, Hecate's Cave. I got it off Etsy, Hecate and Witchcraft Shop. I did not link this. Sorry about that. But this is her card. She's on Etsy, and she wrote me a note and said, "Thank you for your order. I hope you like it. Blessings." Is it Marcia? But yeah, a poker deck size. Love it. Yes, thank you. So, but I was really looking forward to getting these cards. So she's got, and it's just the Major Arcana. I don't know if she sells it separate or she's going to develop something else, but I'm kind of digging the cards. So we got the Magician, Queen of Witches, the Mandrake. I have every intention on using these cards. This is going to be great for divination, working with her Mugwort. And this is also the High Priestess. This all makes sense to me. The Empress, Pomegranate. So it's like she's giving, okay, I'll let you see. So it's like up here, it says Pomegranate, then it's the Empress, and then it's like Pomator. What's that, like a Latin name or something? The Juniper, which is the Emperor. The Hierophant, Oak. They're simple. I mean, it's not like a lot of design or anything. The Lovers, Damiana. See, if you know anything about Damiana, this makes sense. This makes perfect sense. The Chariot, Dittany of Crete. I don't know anything about this, but I plan on learning. And then Bay Laurel, Strength. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, the Hermit, Datura. I'm not sure how to say that. And then I'll just jump ahead to the World, which is Rose. So why this, if you don't have this book and you're not really down this rabbit hole like I am, one of the things which, and of course it opens so easy to this page because I keep going back to what I keep saying I'm going to make it and I haven't done it yet, but I think this is my sign. So in here, she has a death walking oil and ritual. This is a good book. Anyway, so she says, whether we seek advice from departed loved ones, wish to connect to our witch ancestors, or just want to wander around the other side, The thinness of the veil can be pierced easily by botanical specialists. Death walking provides us with the opportunity to understand the mysteries of the afterlife better. If you are new to this sort of witchery, proceed with caution. I would say the same. I suggest contacting a beloved departed for your first time walking on the other side. So here's the ingredients: poppy seeds, organic olive oil, mugwort, benzoin, juniper, lavender, 3 aster flowers. Sage could be used as a substitution. I probably would, and a wild rose blossom or red rose. You can use for that. So you're making this oil. You let the oil rest for 3 nights. Let's see. And then you create a death walking altar honoring Hecate. I'm trying to get to what you do with the oil. When you're ready, anoint the objects of the ancestors. Da 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 da. Once the grid is active, when you return from bed, so you're using like an anointing oil. You're not like ingesting anything or something like that. But this book basically is like recipes and all sort of stuff as it relates to Hecate. If you didn't know about the garden, Hecate's garden, I could go on about that. But anyway, these cards made sense in conjunction with this book and this journey I'm on, especially this time of year. So I'm really excited about these cards. The moon, willow. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited about this. Judgment, sage, interesting. So, and it comes with a little booklet here so you can understand, for instance, Wheel of Fortune, which is lavender, by the way. It says Hecate Ouroboros is the snake that bites its tail, representing the wheel always turning. This card teaches you that change is constant and inevitable as part of the cycle of life and death. So, okay, I'll go with that. So let's say the sun. Remember, tarot, we all have a general idea. The sun is always like a happy card. So let's see what they call it here. So basil is associated with it. Basil is my happy herb. That makes sense. Okay, the sun is Hecate, Hero's pyre, the sacred flame. It gives you strength, energy, and abundance. She is the sacred flame outside, but also inside within you. Okay, so I can go with that. So it's not like completely foreign from the idea of what tarot cards are or anything like that. But yes, I like these. These came from like a far off land in the Netherlands. Like they came from the Netherlands. This is like, I waited some weeks to get this. So I'm very grateful that I got it when I did. Because I was like, I'm always a little nervous about Etsy. I mean, you can always, if you don't get it, you can report it to your credit card or something like that. I spent a buttload on shipping, apparently, more than I realized. The cards were only $18, but I spent almost the same one shipping. I want a book like that for Poseidon. This one, let me tell you something. Cindy Brannon, she's got a PhD. Like, this chick is for real. And she has like a lot of ancient knowledge, and she's compiled all this information. Her website is really cool. Like the amount of information that she just has learned and shares is like amazing about this. And it's like, it's not like the same regurgitated thing. She's like giving different angles, and I don't know, she's the real deal. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. The thing about this book, and I use this in a book club that I'm in. So the first part of the book, I feel like she's doing a lot of repeating the information over and over and over again. And then you get to the recipes and the different things and the different herbs and all that, and how to use it and all that sort of stuff. The history behind it, which is really wonderful, indications, all of that sort of stuff. And then you just get like this wealth of knowledge about this, like understanding herbs. If you are looking for that, perhaps like in this is perfect. Like plants of Persephone, talking about like pomegranate. She'll talk about the properties, the formulations, the indication. And I'm doing a lot with pomegranate recently, so this makes sense for me. But yeah. If you didn't know, this is a good one to get. This was not a part of what I was talking about, but it makes sense with these cards. So that's why I got it. Um, so that's, wait, is that it? No, there's one more thing. I was like, is that? I don't know, I'm shocking myself over here. This started off as just going to getting something from Etsy and Barnes and Noble, but then I went shopping today, so here we are. But when I was out, I picked up these dashboards. This is for my planner. So they're separators, but it's kind of witchy. I intentionally, and I got it from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I'm shocked they have these there. The Christian planners that they have were like marked down to like $5. I don't think anybody's buying it. I'm not. I'm just saying. Anyway, so I'm got this wonderful idea actually from someone who, she's not here, at least I don't think she's on here, but she's also in on the Discord channel Safe Place for Witches as well. But yes, these she gave me this idea about taking my planner and making it sort of like a book of shadows, and I've kind of done that, but like a little bit more detailed. So I'm basically gonna do one of my planners, and I'm gonna have it in different sections. So I wanted these divider pages. I need the tabs here. So it's given like Be the Light. It's given witchy, right? So this is one of the divider pages, and I'm gonna do like a book of shadows and a planner. Look at this. Oh, sorry about the reflection. It says lost in a daydream, but it's given very witchy. And then just dream. So anyway, yeah. So it'll be sort of like, all right, so, and I'm going to do a video on this as I kind of put it all together. So essentially there'll be the planner section, you know, then I'll have a divider, and the other section will be kind of the things that I'm working on, learning this year. So for instance, sex magic, we're talking about that, sex rituals, things like that. In that section, I would, you know, have notes, maybe some handwritten notes. I can do kind of like a collage of different imagery and things like that. You know, still make it pretty if I want. You know, I can do some vinyl stickers. I'm thinking, you know, print out stuff I see online. I have a copier over here. My printer's also a copier. So things I read in books, I can kind of take an excerpt out, make my notes and things like that, and just record information, you know, like a book of shadows. And then like rituals and things like that I do that year, I would have a section for that, like moon rituals and things like that, another section, and then maybe like manifesting and things that I'm working on. And I just think these kind of all kind of line up. And the things that I'm manifesting, working on, scripting, you know, I can have a whole section for that, all in one planner. So yeah, those are my plans. And the planner actually I'm going to use for that is this one. I use this. This is actually my planner that I use. This was a 18-month, was this an 18-month planner? Or did I convert it? No, maybe not. I don't know. I already have started, like, I already have some things in here already. This is the reading I did for myself for 2023. And this is interesting. Some of the stuff that's already happened. Like, I did it by month. Yeah, like, you know what? I like to kind of look at it after the fact, but we're getting close to mid-March. Let's take a look, shall we? So I had gotten the Knight of Wands for March. So a new career or adventure starting with lots of energy and enthusiasm. There may be some travel this month. Now, I was thinking, I have a personal note in here. I had intentions on, and maybe I still will, I don't know. I was trying to go to Jacksonville, Florida for family, but I really wanted to go in February, and that didn't happen. But it's interesting because I was out buying a suitcase today. I am traveling shortly, like immediately in April, like at the beginning of April. But I don't know. I was kind of humoring a quick little trip for my birthday. My birthday's March 30th. It's on a Thursday. I don't know. I was thinking of something to do that weekend. and maybe there might be a little travel. I didn't want to travel then, and then I have to leave again like a couple days. I don't know. I'm still back and forth about it, but that's interesting. The career thing is really on because, yeah, I'm doing some how I and I'm trying to explain without getting detailed about what, but basically I just learned a new skill. I just was trained with a new skill, and yeah, my career is changing because of it. um, Also, like, there's like financially speaking, this month things happen, so this is actually really spot on. I'm thinking about it. Um, yeah, interesting. So, and last month was the star. Prospects are excellent for making changes in my life, opportunity, and gaining something that's been manifested into reality. And February, I hit the mark where I kept a certain amount of weight off. That's something I was working toward, health wise and everything like that. And I did it. And I have been successful, by the way. And I'm very proud of that. It's now 7.5. I'm counting at half. I have a digital, what do you call it? You weigh yourself on. I can't even think straight right now. So I don't know. I'm really thrown off by what I pick. See, I don't think about this all the time. Then for your birthday's the 31st of March. Cool. Oh, hello, fellow Aries. So close. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really thrown off about what I put for March. Even if I read for April, I won't remember. I mean, I gave myself this reading and I forgot. I didn't forget. Yes, I did. I forgot. I mean, I don't have it memorized with everything I said. Yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm going down a rabbit hole. The point is, I'm going to use these divider pages. I'll pop these in and I can have sections in this planner. I might take some of the guts out because I already have like stuff going on in the back for rituals and things like that. So this is like in readings and things like that that I offer online over at leaptaken.com. I print those out for myself, the spreads. So I have those sections. So this makes perfect sense to use this. And plus, isn't this a cool looking like book cover for the planner? And I can reuse these. Like I can use these and change out the guts and just keep using this every year. For March, I got Knight of Coins, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Iris card means happiness and joy. Oh, good for you. See, I kept it simple with one card. Then, okay, because I'm me, I did a whole separate reading on a love reading. This is something I've done for others. I don't really like love readings. So imagine me trying to do one for myself. Like, I was like, wow, I don't want to do this. But I read this to my best friend, the love reading. And I just did like a 3-card spread. It's for the 2023 though. It's kind of like past influences, present being kind of present at the time, more of a state of mind than anything, and then future, kind of the evolution as the year goes on. So it's not like to be taken like black and white present. It's sort of like it's the evolution through the year, like kind of where I'm at presently, my mindset, that sort of thing. Anyway, so that one took me through a loop. I read it to her and then I did like an overall message, and my best friend said, why don't you like it? Why, you don't like being wrong? I was like, no, I don't. And then I actually said, I was like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the cards say. I can control, I can shut everything down. And she's like, why are you like this? I don't know. I'm like this. I don't know what it didn't say anything bad. I guess somebody else has said something good. I just didn't want to hear that message. So, but that's me. Anyway, I'm working through some things. That's why I'm reading things like this. I'm working through some stuff. Hey Mika, I'm planning on opening my online tarot reading business soon. Oh, that's really cool. I wish you well. I wish you luck, success, and everything that comes with it. I really do. I really do. Some of us truly have a gift for it. Sometimes, I don't want to say scare is not the right word. What's the word I want to say? I'm always somewhat surprised sometimes when the messages come through. I do feel like sometimes I'm just like clearly there's a message coming through. It's coming from spirit. The cards are just a tool. Um, but is it spooked? Maybe that's the right word. Sometimes I still get a little spooked. How eerily dead on those messages are sometimes for myself or for other people. Like I'm always like, especially for other people, I'm always like, what? That's it really happened. I'm doing a reading. I'm like, that really happened? Is this happening? Wow. Like I'm shocked almost. Which I think is a good thing. I don't ever want to stop being surprised about this stuff. I don't ever want to get complacent. Matter of fact, to me when I see people who are like that, like they come in, and I know somebody say, "Oh, that's confidence." I'm confident, otherwise I wouldn't be doing the reading. I don't like when I see people who kind of like they sort of have this attitude of like they know everything, and it's like so nothing surprises you anymore. Nothing, I don't know, like not shocked. Yeah, surprises you. You're not delighted by results or surprised or I don't know. It just takes you aback. I think maybe when you get like that, it's time for you to maybe take a little break and dip into something else, maybe learn something new, or I don't know. I don't like practitioners who kind of come across that way, because I think you lose you think you're connected, but you're really not. Maybe you're a little too jaded, but that's just my opinion. I mean, some things you get used to, so it's not like I can understand why you wouldn't be surprised, but on the others, I don't know. I like still being happy and surprised and delighted by things when my spells work, when I work with someone else, and or we're in ritual, we're doing something, and we come back and we talk about it, and it's like, yeah, it happened. I got the call, or the money came in, or whatever it was. I don't know, that makes me happy. It makes me excited. I knew it was gonna happen because we were all putting our energy. You sort of have to believe, right? But when it happens, it's always happy. It's like, let's celebrate. At the moment, I am relearning the cards and offering free readings on my IG. I even read my new neighbor last week. Oh, that's so good. Oh, good. That's good. That's always a good thing. Start off like that. For years, I was reading for friends and family for years. No cost. And sometimes on demand. And, nobody ever, for me, it helped me to learn how to talk through the readings. I'm just me. I'm not like, I remember at the time, I would say, I want to sound professional. It's like, I'm too silly to always be professional all the time. I just talk. This is actually something I'm still balancing out in the corporate world that I work, because I struggle. I don't like the concept of being professional. I think it's laced in some racist patriarchy crap that I don't really want to subscribe to. I refuse to code switch. My thing is, I know my audience, so I use phrasings and words that make sense. If I'm speaking to someone who's 70 plus, I'm mindful at how the speed that I'm talking, like my tone, but not in a way, but I'm still me. But I'm being, conscientious to who I'm talking to. If I'm speaking to someone younger, like at work or something, I tend to talk a little faster because that's how they are. But I never change my voice, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Be you. So even in that world, just be you. At the end of the day, it's not really about me. It's about the message anyway. The way I articulate, the way I'm explaining helps. So there's education there. But overall, I think it's really about the message. Sometimes you don't like the messenger, but the message still stands, right? I love still being surprised by my readings and spells. Yes, I have been including the cards, elements in some of the readings so far. Using the elements have been accurate. Nice. Yeah, I am. I don't know. I'm leaning into the time of year, nature. I am letting nature kind of guide me. Like I am totally just succumbing to just the rhythms of the nature. For instance, right now, I notice I'm sleeping later and later into the morning, and I'm just going with it. I mean, it's not so bad where it's disrupting like my life and I can't show up the places I need to be. I also work from home, so um, but before I was doing this thing where I wanted to get up at like 5:30 or 6 a.m. And now I don't feel like it, and I don't. And I stay up later. And I feel like I'm more balanced. And therefore, like this morning, for instance, I got up, I kind of just lounged into the morning. And I did one of my meditations this morning, which was really hard, but I did it. I did it for as long as I could. I think I went about maybe 10, 15 minutes without totally just making a mental list of all the things I wanted to do today. And no matter how hard I tried, just to let you know, I kept trying to like get to this place of just just not, almost nothingness with, it's okay if some thoughts drift in and out, but I could not hold that for more than maybe 8 to 10 minutes. The rest of the time I was fighting myself to like, just shut up in your head. It's an ongoing issue for me. I am looking up the meanings on my phone still, but I'm writing down the meanings in a journal to help remember more. Oh gosh, yes. I have a set of cards I almost always use when I am doing actual readings. And I have my book. I created meanings the way I see it for this particular deck of cards. And I refer to those often. Even when I'm doing, not kind of often. If it's a card that I don't see very often, first thing is I get like a weird tingling feeling, and then I know, okay, pay attention. What's the first thing that comes to your head, or like, what are you feeling? And then I kind of go with that. Sometimes just like if I'm like, this feels weird, like I don't, like too many things are kind of going at one time and I'm trying to see how it all relates, I'll look at my book and look at my notes. And then I'm like, oh, and then usually a big picture comes up and I understand a little bit more about what's going on. But that's like for cards that, you pull cards, sometimes you don't see certain cards. I have them right here because they're always on hand. These are my trusty cards that I use for most of my readings, the Everyday Witch Tarot. These are my babies. This is my favorite tool, these particular cards. I love all my cards, don't get me wrong, but these are like, and look, I got the Ten of Cups, the happy one right there. These are the happy, family, love, all that. But they're like, I'm trying to think of like a card I don't pull very often that like pops up and I kind of got to think about, wait, what were you trying to tell me? I don't know, but I think that's aging too. I don't think it's lack of cards because I use these cards for years. I just think I'm getting old and I can only remember so many things on recall. That's just what I think. Oh gosh. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I think I went through everything. I'm really excited about reading the books. I have a whole other book. It's called The Black Candle Woman. I don't remember the author. That's the book I'm just about done reading. I'm going to do a full review on that book because it is so good. And it's full of hoodoo and voodoo. Oh, it's juicy. And it just came out on February 28th. Juicy, juicy. Oh my gosh, I love this book. And there's some other stuff I'm going to be a little critical about, but yeah, like when I talk about it, I'm going to give the notes on the hoodoo stuff. And I think it'll be very interesting. And the voodoo, it's different now, but there's a whole story. But I can't wait to share that with y'all because that book is really good. And I am craving witchy fiction with Black women mostly, modern times. This is what the flavor, this is what I'm into right now. And with magic, like a modern witch. So that's where when I saw this, I knew I had to get it. I think she has other books. I don't know, I'll have to look into it, but that's the kind of vibe I'm on right now. And I go through all different types of interests. Thanks, I enjoyed chatting with you. Same to you, Empress Goth. Thank you for coming. Thank you all, everybody, for coming and talking to me. Gemstones, Dylan, Olivia. Who else is on here? Or was that pretty much? Who am I talking to? Yeah, that's all of y'all I've been talking to. Thank you all for interacting. I appreciate it. So I'm going to go. I got to put my plant babies and set those up. I have a plant stand. I wasn't bringing that in here. And then I gotta go tend to my succulent garden that I purchased. It's like a big pot and it's got all these different succulents, and my cactus that's about this big. I gotta tend to that outside. All right. And Angel, hello, thank you. All right, bye. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a great day. Don't forget to hit the like button and all that sort of stuff. It helps. All right, bye.